Alright, here we are. We're inside the car. I'll put the key on. And I'm going to go into diagnostic codes. And I pretty much verified the code already, so I'm showing you read codes. Okay, there we go. P0401, exhaust gas recirculation flow insufficient detected. Confirmed. Now we got one of two. Number 2 is the same code but pending. Now you see this right here. This is what I like about the Actron. The Actron has this code right here. So I go code connect and top reported fix. Cleared exhaust gas recirculation passages. That's the top fix. And frequently decarbon exhaust gas. So they replaced the EGR valve, but actually I already know it ain't the EGR valve. I know the ports are clogged. So let me go talk to the customer, and I want to explain to you what's going on. All right, we'll be right back. All right, we're back. The customer just showed me the old EGR valve. Look at that port. That thing is completely clogged. And actually, I got a screwdriver up here. And what I want to do here is scrape. See that breaking off? That's how blocked this port is. So which means we got to remove the intake to clean this port out. Now let me explain to you what's going on. Let me set the camera up and I'm going to explain to you what's going on here. Be right back. Alright guys and girls, check it out. P0401, EGR Insufficient Flow. Check this out. This is what happens. Alright, the computer has a map sensor that checks manifold air pressure over here. And it has the EGR valve over here. When the EGR valve opens up, the reading on the map sensor will drop. So, if the computer commands the EGR valve on, and that map sensor reading does not drop, bam, you're going to get an EGR insufficient flow. Now, when you got your EGR valve, on your EGR valve, you got a port coming from the exhaust and a port for the intake. And once that port opens up, it creates like a big vacuum leak. But the computer does it so quick that you don't even feel it while you're driving. But the computer opens it up and it creates like a vacuum leak, and the map sensor senses that and lets the computer know. Now, as you saw with this EGR valve, you saw this port was clogged up. So, if that port is clogged, the EGR valve can open up all it wants, but that reading on that map sensor is not going to change. Now, here's a funny part that you might want to know. The customer went to Mr. Tire, located in Rocky Mountain. This is why I say a lot of repair shops out here and everywhere are rip-offs. Just like, you know, South Main on and all that, they're rip-offs. Now, anyway, they wanted to charge her, and this is what the customer told. The customer does not want to be on camera, so I can't bring her up here. But they wanted to charge her $1,700. You heard that right, $1,700 to clear out the EGR port. Our cost, I believe, after parts and labor. Hey, how much was ours after parts and labor? $263. $263 compared to $1,700 for the same exact job. These places are rip-offs, and you know, buyer beware. So we are scheduling this. We're going to be doing this Friday. So you're going to make sure you be with us. Join us Friday, and we're going to be doing this 9 o'clock in the morning. But this is to give you an indication of what's going on. How does that, try to explain that P0401. Okay, now on this vehicle, our EGR valve is located on the back side of that intake. So usually, probably have to remove the whole intake, but I'm gonna try the sneaky way of doing this and try to remove just the back half with the throttle body. But try it. If not, we're gonna be removing the intake. Now, first of all, let's get this harness out of the way. Let's start. When you do this, you want to start on one side of the vehicle and work your way around to disconnect the other parts. And right now we have this harness is in our way because there's 3 bolts to remove this. So first of all, let's remove this sensor right here by squeezing this tab in and picking up on it. And then for the map sensor, you see it's going to there. Same thing. Squeeze the tab in. This has got a lot of tension on it. I don't think that this should be that much tension on it. Squeeze it. Unplug it. Now what I got here is a 10mm deep 3/8 drive socket. And right behind here, to hold this on, there's a bracket. There's a 10mm bolt back there. That holding that on. Looks like gonna give us a hard time here. Any day now. And I just hit it, hurt the floor. Alright, but now we got that out of the way. And we got it up here too. Pull that off on the side. Make sure everything is, our harness is out of the way. It's free. That's good. Y'all suck it out of the way. And we might want to try to pull this out of here. So, alright, now we have a little ground strap here. Now we can either take it off by the 10mm bolt, or we can unplug it right here. Wow, what's that? That thing really... Huh, you know what? Let's stop playing around with that. Let's just get us to use our same 10mm and unbolt it right there. Okay, bolt out of there, right back. Okay, we got it out of the way. I'm gonna lean this over to the side. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put my bolt back in there, just so we know where that is. Now, let's see, we got 3, 1, a bolt, a nut, and there should be one on the other side. And hopefully, if we can get to that one, we'll be looking pretty good to remove this whole throttle body out of here. I think I can get an extension on it back there. Oh yeah, I think I can. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is, let's see how this is going. We're going to remove all this right here. Let's get us a pair of needle nose. We're going to pull this hose off right here. Alright, right back. Alright, got me a pair of needle nose pliers here. I'm going to take this clamp. Matter of fact, let's leave this clamp down this way since I'm going to be putting it back on. Let's get this thing twisted and get it off. And of course, that's not going to be too easy. Yeah, I ain't got time for this. Let's give me a pair of pliers and twist that off. Be right back. Alright, got me a pair of needle nose right here. Twist that. Don't you hate these hoses? Almost. Finally. Alright, idle air control valve. You know what, let's squeeze the tab in on the other side, pull that off. As you can see, that's the tab right there that I pushed down and unplug that. I'm good with that. Let's get this air cleaner thing out of here. Okay, let's get us a Phillips screwdriver. And we got 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's get this cover off. Alright, right back. Alright, I'm hoping I don't have to remove this big bar across here. So, we got our 4 screws right here. Dang it. Alright, let's get these 4 screws out of there and pick this cover up. We'll be right back. Alright. Dang, when I looked over there, there's only 3 screws holding that on. Oh no, there's the 4th. Where that screwdriver at? Let's get over here and get down there to that fourth one. Okay, let's remove this cover. And there we go. Man, this thing gonna suck. If I can get to those bolts back there, man, this is gonna be such a better job than removing that whole intake. Wow. Alright, put our bolts to the side. Now, looks like we got let's unplug this right here. Look at the the throttle positioning sensor. Push that tab in, unplug it, get it to the side. Done. Matter of fact, we're gonna need this out of the way. So let's unhook this harness right here and get that over to the side. So we're gonna need that out of the way too. All right, next, let's get us a regular screwdriver to remove this clamp, and let's get us where's our 10mm at? Up here. Let's remove these two bolts right here. 1, 2. Let's get our regular screwdriver. We're gonna loosen up this clamp, loosen up that clamp, and then we're gonna pull this off. Right back. All right. Get our regular screwdriver. Loosen this clamp up. Go back there and loosen this clamp up. Okay. Now take these 10mm bolts out. Let me get that. We'll be right back. All right.
How you doing, man?
Hey, how's it going? All right.
Doing the high.
Huh?
Doing the high.
Nah, not yet.
Just
All right, go take this off right back. All right, here we go. We're gonna get those two bolts out. What we're gonna do is take this, remove this from the mass airflow sensor. Okay. Take off this little harness right here. We'll pull that off right off because it's just clipped in there. We're gonna pull that off to the side just like that. This thing is still kind of tight. Let's get us a little screwdriver to break that cylinder back. We'll be right back. All right, I got this loose. This thing is like really still tight here. So you know what? Let's disconnect our fuel pressure regulator right here. Look at that hose is broke off. I'll get me a fix that. And we got 4 12mm nuts right here. And what I'm gonna do, let's see if I can just break them loose with the wrench. Wow, things are pretty tight. Yeah. Let's break these loose. And we can probably take them off by hand once we do that. Yeah, there they go. And this one's, let's see, can we reach in there and get this one? No, you know what? I'm gonna just use a socket on that one. Alright. Now to get that one right there, you know what I'm gonna do? Let's remove our oil cap, give us that clearance. And I'm gonna get me a 12mm, give me a 12mm deep impact socket. 3/8 drive socket with my 3/8 drive ratchet. There we go. All right, let's get those 4 off of there. Right back. All right, got my last one coming off now. Let's back this off. Hopefully this thing should back right off. There we go. All right, there we go. Oh, look at that. Look at that right there. Huh? Wow, that's cool. All right, so we're gonna put this over here to the side. Let the 4 nuts go into it. Let's see now. Oh yeah, there we go. That comes with no problem. There we go. Let's get this off get this off. Put this over here to the side. And now, let's see here. Our EGR valve is back there. You know what? If I remove the throttle body, I should be able to see that with no problem. Let me see. Our EGR valve is in the back, bolted up. Right. We might not even have to remove the intake. Check that out. Because what I just need to do is take off that throttle body and see if I can see the port of that. So you know what? Let's get this throttle body off of here. And let's see what this is held on by. Okay, let's get our needle nose pliers. We got a clamp right here. Bring that back. A clamp right here. Let's get on the other side of that. Get this clamp. Where is it at, man? Let's get this back. Alright. Now, there's going to be antifreeze in here, so it'd be a good idea to block those lines off. So let me show you what I'm going to use. Bear back. Alright, I only got one of them. I like these. These are my hose cut-off pliers. So what I'm going to do is, that's all I have to do is just squeeze that together. You'll clamp it off, bring that little ring back, and it locks it right into place. And on the other side, what I'm going to do is use my needle nose vice grips to crimp that off. Alright, there we go. Now, what I'm going to do is get my hose pliers. Drop my socket, man. I'll be looking some good. Use my hose pliers to twist that. Break the seal on it. And then pull them right off. Huh. Ain't no antifreeze coming out of there. Alright, let's get this side. Alright, lean that to the side. And now, disconnecting our cable. And see what you gotta do is open your cable all the way up, and your cable's gotta open your throttle all the way up, and the cable is gonna come like that and then slide right out of that little slide, just like that. Let it go, put it down. Now to remove this throttle body, we got 4 12mm bolts, nuts. 1, 2, two nuts and 2 bolts right on the top. All right, so let's get our extension on and get them taken out. Right back. All right, what I got here is a 12-inch 3/8 drive extension with a 12mm deep 3/8 drive socket with my 3/8 drive ratchet. And I'm gonna reach in there like this. What's that? There's a hose up under that thing. Son of a gun. That's an airline. So that's all right. That's cool. I can get that once I. Or can I? How am I supposed to bring that out? Do I gotta remove that fuel rail? Oh my goodness, man. Are you kidding me? Cause I gotta remove that. Dang it. Let's find out. Let's get that in there. Let's see. One, 2, 3 and 4. All right. Let's see, can I set you up right there? 3 and 4. Now, if I can't get this off right here, I'm going to remove that intake from the back. So let's get those 4 off, and we'll be right back. All right, got my last bolt coming out right here. Okay, let's see what happens here. Yes, I kind of figured that. But that's quite all right. If we have to go this through another route, we will. Right now, we got no choice. All right. No. Let's see now. Let's go around this way. And let's do a little anticipation here. Now we want to get this back part back out here. So what about, what's this? All right, we got a harness hooking up right here. We got a 10 millimeter bolt hooking in the back of here. So let's get us a little wrench and get that off. We'll be right back. All right, well, I got here my short 10 millimeter stubby wrench. Let's get back here. What the heck, man? It's supposed to be a 10. Go. Alright, I got it. I should have used a little ratchet, you know. Alright, that's coming off. Okay, we got that off. Let that just hang down to the side. That's good. And what do we got here? This is not in our way right here. But you know what? To make it easier for us, and it would get rid of this, get this harness out of our way. Hey, that vice grip came off and nothing came out of here. Alright, let's get us our 10 millimeter deep. Let's get that off. Be right back. Alright, got my 10 millimeter deep 3/8 drive socket with my 3/8 drive ratchet. And we're going to break that off. Alright, and you got to be careful about that because it looks like, you see, not only is it a bracket, but it also holds on ground wires. Alright, so let's get that out of the way. Let's get that off. What we're going to do is we're going to stick the bolt back in there so we know that bolt goes right there. Get that out of the way. Look at that. That thing just dropping right out of our way. Everything. And you know what? To make this even better for us, see how this cable right now is in our way and all? You know, I mean, we can probably work around it. Check this out. Let's go over here to where we disconnected the accelerator cable. Let's just disconnect this one right there. Take that bolt out. We're going to put the bolt back in the intake and swing this out of the way. Okay. Let's put our bolt back in there. So now we know exactly our bolt goes right there. Let's get this whole thing. Swing it out of our way, so we ain't gotta worry about that. And if we want, we got our injector harness right here. Get this. This don't belong in there. Just squeeze this little tab right there and unplug our whole harness, injector harness, and we swing this whole harness down to the side. This is just to make sure. You know, we got a lot of room in here to get this thing off. So this thing is coming out good. Now, let's see if we can get to those 3 12 millimeter. I don't know, I think the other one's up. Right over there. We can get to that. Down there. Let's see. Got a 12 millimeter wrench over here, long wrench. And I'm curious, as in, can I get down there? And no, I can't. So we're gonna be coming out from the back over here with something. We're gonna get that first. Matter of fact, wait a minute. Here, there's a bracket. Oh no, that's the other part of the harness right here. So there's another 10 millimeter bolt right here holding up the rest of this harness. Okay, so let's get our short 10 millimeter wrench again. Go back, reach back here. And get this loose. It's going to be a problem, ain't it? There we go. Now a short speed wrench should be good right now. As you can see, we're getting that off. So let's get that bolt off of there and let that harness drop. All right, be right back. All right, we're looking pretty good here. Now we just got the 3 bolts and nuts on each side of this. And you see this pipe right here? This pipe is also running down up under that back of that intake. So I'm wondering what's the best way of getting this out. Wondering if I unbolt it here, would I be able to pull it out like that, or should I try to go from underneath, right between there, and get that out? I mean, I can definitely reach the bolts, but how tight they are. Let me see. Let me try my short 10mm, and let me see if I can get those loose. Man, that don't look promising. That does not look promising at all. I mean, I can't even get a good grab on this. So I'm wondering if it's going to be better. Wait a minute. Heck no, man. I think it's close as anything to that. So am I going to be better off going down there and try to just fish that out of there? That's a good question. Alright, so let's try to go down here. Man, this is a crate. Maybe it's my wrench. Maybe it's my wrench that just won't get on these. Nope. I think we got the other ones. All right, let's get us we're gonna try to snake it out by disconnecting it down there, and hopefully that works. That'd be a lot easier for us putting this back together too. So let's get set up. Be right back. All right, you know what? Let's get the most difficult nuts at the bottom of this intake. And what I'm going to use here is a 4-inch 3/8 drive extension with a deep 12mm socket and my 3/8 drive ratchet. Now what I'm going to do here is go from the back like this. Go down in there, and as you can see, there, I'm on it right there. So while I'm on it, I'm gonna reach back there with my ratchet and I am so close. What? That's gotta come out just a little bit more, man. Dang it, a little bit more. You know what? Let's try it anyway. Let's set you up right here. Get both my hands here. That was so close. If you can get a little longer extension, use one. There it is. All right. I broke that loose, so I can pretty much take my socket and extension out of there. Come around this way now. Broke that loose. Oh, there we go. Going the wrong way, so you can see. Got that one off. These two are going to be the most difficult ones. And I'm just about to drop it, so. Okay, there's one. Now we're going to do the same to the other side. Get down in there. And there we go, right there. Got it hooked up. Alright, same thing. Let's get our ratchet down in there. And get that loose. Got it. All right, you can see right there. Got that loose. And yeah, figures. Okay, it dropped on the ground good. So did my ratchet, my socket. All right, let's get up on there and get that. Then we're gonna get the next ones. Be right back. All right, we got that. Next thing we're gonna do, we got our two top ones. Should be a lot easier. On this side, we got one right here. I'm using my 12mm wrench. Poke that loose. And then we got one right down there. And that one, the hose is in the way. But that's okay. Just move that hose out the way. And then take this off my hand. I'm actually holding that hose to the side at the same time. Little flies. Oh, this is a bolt. That's one bug. Take the hose. Okay, that's a bolt over there. Let's put this right here with that nut. Then let's go over this side. Same thing, use our wrench. We know this one down here is going to be a bolt. So let's get that loose. And then we're going to take that out, and then we're going to get this top one. Get that loose. Alright, let's take that out, and then take off the two nuts. Be right back. Alright, take those off over there. Now I'm taking the last nut on this side. Now, our intake is going to be a little bit loose. But that's all it's going to be, just a little bit loose, because remember, we still got that pipe hooked up to the bottom. Alright? So you can see it does back up a little bit. So let's get us a 10, let's see, here's our 10mm deep socket. Let's go down here. Oh yeah, there we go. That's better. It's going to be kind of tight spot right there. You know what? Let's get us a little WD-40 and spray that up a little bit. Be right back. Alright, before we go loosening them up, spray with some WD-40. And then, let's get our 12-inch extension. Where's our 10mm? Alright, let me set the camera up and we're going to try to get this loose. Be right back. Alright. See if I can reach this. Okay, got it. That feels kind of loose. I'm not liking the way that fitting too much. I'm gonna go carefully with that one. Right, let's get this other one. All right, looks like both bolts came out pretty good. Alright, there's one. And let's get our second one. There's two. Let's see what our intake is. Oh yeah. Still something's holding it. So, let's take a look back there and see what's holding it. Right back. Alright. Boy, this is becoming a project. On this pipe, follow this pipe around, you look right down there. How I'm gonna get to it, I have no idea, but there's a bolt, it looks like there's a bracket holding this thing on to some other bracket. Man, what the heck? I got my 10mm short wrench. Dang it, I can't even get down in there like that. Okay, let's see around this way. There's no way I'm getting my hands inside there. What about between here? I'll move the harness out of the way. Yeah, there it is right there. I can get my hand in there. Man, I am so right now. Get this harness up. I get my hand up under the harness. Get down there to the right. See, I gotta hold this harness up. Get my hand in there and try to get that out. Okay, finally got my hand down there now to feel where this bracket is. There it is. Man, this sucks. If I drop this wrench right now, I'm gonna be so upset. Can't believe it. I'm on it. But that thing is tight. That thing is tight. Got it loose. So now I just gotta go in here and take my time and take this thing off a little bit by little bit. Alright, right back. Alright, we got that little bolt out. And look at that. Come out of there. Now the next thing we're gonna do is it's got these two hoses right here connected to it. Dang it. So I'm gonna see if I can get something to twist them clamps so I can get that hose out of there. There we go. Yeah, I'm twisting it by hand. I thought I was. There we go. So if I can twist that by hand, I can more easily get to that. Yeah, look at that. Alright, and then we got the one right down here. So it looks like I'll be being a contortionist again. And getting this disconnected. Let's see if I can move this one to this way. Alright, let's get our needle nose. And we're gonna try to squeeze these clamps and bring them down. Bring this one down. Almost. Almost. Okay, as you can see, I'm walking that down. It's gonna be a pain getting back up there. And then we're gonna do this one and bring that one across. And then we're gonna get these hoses off of here. Alright? So, bear back. Alright, got both clamps. Now what I'm gonna do is get my hose pliers and pretty much break the seal by twisting it back and forth and work those hoses off. Here comes one. Then we got number 2 over here. Now that one, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually, now that it's loose, I'm gonna back the intake up. You see how it's coming out? Get this intake off evenly. There we go. What the heck is holding this thing? I mean, I should have nothing else holding this. Maybe the hose is. There it is. Okay. Alright, let's go over here. There we go. It's backed up all the way. Throttle body is still hooked up onto it. Right? Because I know pull that throttle body right off of it. There we go. Now, what we can do, see our bottom holes right there? Now that we got our throttle body off, we're going to get our needle nose. Got my needle nose vice grips. Bring that clamp down. We're going to get that off. Alright, right back. Alright, brought that clamp down. Now I'm going to one hand is going to hold that throttle body in place. And my other hand is going to take this screwdriver and start pushing that off. There we go. Now let's pull our throttle body. There's our throttle body off. Alright, now we do have, you see, we still got stuff up under here. What we got is let's get this thing. Dang it, man, this thing ain't playing, is it? Got a harness, the plug going to the EGR valve back here. So we gotta unplug that. Make sure we got everything else disconnected from it, which we do. So there's no reason why this thing shouldn't come up now except for that. Let's see if I can twist it a little bit and unplug that EGR valve. Be right back. Alright, there, see that? There's our EGR plug right there. So I'm going to pull the tab back on it and get that unplugged. I might have to use my screwdriver a little bit. Get that unplugged on there. There we go. Okay. Yeah, it's working its way out of there. Am I missing something here? This is starting to really suck. Oh, our pipe down here getting all stuck. Okay. Whew. There we go. Let's get get this out. Alright. Now, there's our little EGR valve they put on. We're going to remove that and see what we got. There's two 12mm bolts. Let's get that done. We'll be right back. Alright, here we go. Now, now that I got this apart, I can better explain to you. Now, you see this pipe right here? This pipe is going to your exhaust system. When the computer commands this EGR on, it creates a vacuum between the intake, between the engine and the exhaust system. It lets it vacuum, lets it air out, and the engine will stall a little bit, but it's so minute that you don't even feel it, but the map sensor knows it. So now we got to make sure that the port is clear from here all the way through here. So now what we're going to do here is, this is a 12mm bolts. Let's get that off. Okay, I'm using my air gun here. I'm going to take these two bolts off. Alright. Look at that. Brand new EGR valve. And look at that right there. Clogged solid. How can this thing breathe? You know, they changed this EGR valve, and you telling me they didn't even check to see if that was clogged or not? And this port goes all the way out through here. So if I take right now and blow into that, I got nothing because the port is clogged. Alright, so what we're going to do here is, just to be sure, see this pipe right here? Make sure you can see that. We're going to take this pipe off too, and those are two 10mm bolts. Pay attention to how the pipe is going so we can put that back together the same way. Okay, take that off. Now the pipe is good. Get out gaskets and all. Get out two bolts. And as you can see, this port right here, that looks kind of clogged too. You know what? Let's get us a little screwdriver here or something. And let's see how much clogged this is. Get all that come out of there. And that port goes all the way over to this. So let's get us something so we can clean that out. Be right back. All right, here we go. Get us a little screwdriver. Wow, this thing is really messed up. Gonna take out, clean that out. You see them coming through the intake right now? Look at that. That thing is definitely clogged up. And the bad part about it, there is a tunnel from here going across right through here. So we gotta make sure we can get in there. This tunnel right here, right there. Let's see here. Okay, we got to make sure the tunnel from here all the way across is cleaned out. Okay, first one, that was messed up. We might have to get some wire or something to check that out. All right, we'll be right back. All right, where are we? Intake part I got cleared out pretty much. Now for the exhaust, that's going to be kind of difficult. And let me get a little air right here. This will test it to see if I'm clogged up. Alright, I'm open. Good. Oh yeah, we are good to go. What I'm gonna do here now, let's take a little more time and clean out that port. And I'm gonna get like a hanger, or what I'm gonna do is might take a hanger or something and just run around the exhaust port a little bit. All right, got that cleaned up a little bit. Make sure that thing is nice and clean inside. I'm gonna get some carburetor cleaner, clean that up. Clean up inside the exhaust part, because there's a lot of carbon built up in there. And remember, they wanted to charge us $1,700 to do this job. All right, let's get that cleaned up. We'll be right back. All right, we are cleared to go. Let's put this thing back together. First of all, let's clean off where our EGR goes. Let's get us a little wire wheel right here. Alright, there we go. Let's get our EGR back up there. Got a new gasket. Now, a new gasket don't have to have no sealer or anything on it. So, gonna put that on. Two 12mm bolts. Okay, that's good. That was our gun at. Now I'm not gonna put this impact on. Wait, I'm gonna just put it on maybe number 1. And we're gonna tighten that up. Number 2. Alright, we got that done. The next thing we're going to do, let's put our bracket back on, our exhaust pipe, our breather, whatever you want to call it. Hey, okay, we got the pipe up there. Then we're going to get our torque lined up in there. Where is it? Dang it. All right, let's tighten that up and we'll be right back. Okay, we got that good. Now, check this out. I noticed this right here. This hose right here. So instead of us having to go down there and disconnect all that, we should have just left all that on and just disconnected it from there. It's too late now. Too late now, we already got that going. So we're ready to put this back together. But before we put this back together, let's clean this up right here. Take off this throttle body gasket and put a new one up there. Alright? So what I'm going to do is take my wire wheel, clean all that up, and then I'm going to go up there to the back of the engine. As you can see, take these gaskets off. Did that one come off already? Or? It must have. That means it dropped somewhere. Oh, no. It's just stuck up there. Alright. Get a little screwdriver. We're going to pry that off. Get that gasket off. and we'll be right back. All right, just a little update what we're doing. Cleaned up these a little bit. I gotta sit here and do the throttle body gasket. I'm gonna take off as much as I can with this tool. As you can see, that ain't happening all that well. So I'm gonna be using my air to take that off. Let me show you. Be right back. All right. To clean this off, what I'm gonna do is just use my whiz wheel surface grinder. Now, in order to do this good, I need to remove those studs. Now, you can take vice grips and you take them out. What I'm going to use is my kit, OEM number 27136 stud remover. I'm grabbing the 5/16 one, and that's all I have to do is just put it on there. And as I loosen it, it's going to tighten up against the stud so it don't mess up the threading. See, what it does is grabs against the outside, the shank part. Saves all the threads. Take that out. Alright? I'm going to take out the other one. So that way now I can clean all that up real good and not have to worry about working around it. Alright, so let's get that, clean it up, we'll be back. Alright, now that I got both studs out, get my little whiz wheel. I like this tool, man. I like these little discs. These things are great. That's all it does. Cleans that up. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, there we go. Got it cleaned up. All three of them. Now we're going to put our studs back in. And the studs on this goes right here. Right there. Get our stud remover and we can go same thing. Tighten them right back up. So let's get both of those tightened up and we'll be right back. Alright, we got those cleaned up, ready to go. And over here, got our new gaskets just set right up on there. And we're ready to get this thing back together. I'm still debating on this this vacuum right here. I mean, I'd rather just take off one than three. But right now, those three are apart, so it'll be easier. You know what? Let's do that. Let's turn this around. Let's turn this over. We see how it goes. So let's take that off. So now we're just messing with one. All right, now we know how it goes back there. Let's go over here. Fits right in there just like that. So let's see how easy that is. We just push that around there and hook that other one up. Alright, so let's get that hooked up and right back. Alright, got our clamps back up there. That's great. So that's what I do, just hook up that one. Get our bracket to the side, get everything to the side, get ready to put this thing in there. Alright. Got our pipe ready. Matter of fact, yeah, we're good. Everything is good. Alright, let's get ready to hook this up. Right back. Okay, let's get ready to get our intake, or back of the intake, and put that back on. Everything's in order. Save that gasket right there. That gasket goes right there. So make sure you have that. Put that to the side for now. Alright, let's go put this on. set you up right here. And then we go get the intake and we'll be right back. All right, here we go. Get this pipe to get back there. It's no joke. There we go. There we go. Okay, we got it back there. But I'm not gonna do nothing yet. Because what I'm gonna do here, you know, as you can see, I got that almost down there. Our intake is back there, but remember we had a little problem right here with this hose. So we're gonna get our new gasket and we're gonna get our throttle body on right now. Matter of fact, you know what, wait a minute. We got it up like this. Just reach up back here and plug up our EGR valve so we don't have to worry about that. There we go. So now that's done. All right. Make sure your gasket stay in place on this. All right. Let's get our gasket to our throttle body and get that on. Right back. All right. We got our gasket here. There's a little tab right there. Tab gonna be facing straight up. Let's get that on there. Then we're gonna get our throttle body. Throttle body is gonna set like this. Before we get put our throttle body up there, what I'm gonna do is reach up under there and get this hose on. So see if I can set you right here, and hopefully you can see that. Get our hose pushed on. Okay, and let me get my needle nose, and let's bring this clamp up here. Right back. Okay, got my needle nose vice grips. Bring our clamp up here. Okay. Now let's get it onto our back of that intake. Come on, line up. There we go. All right. Now that we got that lined up good, let's get our plenum up there. Let's get this thing bolted up here. Okay, just got it on just like that. Look at that. Look at that. That's good. Alright. So what I'm going to do here is bring this forward just like this. And let's get one of these intake nuts over here. And just put that on just to keep that in place. Alright. And we're going to do the same to the other side. Alright, now let's go and feel back here in the back. Find our vacuum hose. gonna get that hooked up. Where the heck is it? You know, maybe that wasn't such a bright idea to do that. Oh, there it is. Okay. I feel it. Actually, yeah, let me get that back there and get that hooked on by hand. Alright. Right back. Alright. Got the hose on back there. That was not that bad at all. Good thing I did do it that way. Now, before I even start hooking all this other stuff up, we still got our 2 nuts. Whoops. Just hold that on just a little bit. And before I tighten these up, what I'm going to do is go down here and put the bolts, get them lined up, because see, everything moves. So I want to make sure I got enough free play to do that. Here's our 2 bolts, 10mm bolts. Let's go over here and get our gasket. Let's see if we can get you a good look at this. Be able to see pretty much what I'm doing. Alright, and what I'm going to do here is get everything lined up. I'm going to get 1 bolt in with the gasket. As you can see, just like I got that. So then I can just swing this around, swing the gasket around, get the other bolt in. There we go. Let's go get our 10mm with our 12-inch extension, 3/8 drive, and let's tighten that up. Alright, you can see we got it lined up now. Got my 10mm deep, 12-inch 3/8 drive extension, a 3/8 drive ratchet. Go in there, tighten both of them up. Alright, let's tighten them up and be right back. Alright, we got that done. The next thing we're going to do is bring these bolts in more. And we got our 2 bolts on each side. Let's get them bolts started. Okay, there's one, and let's go on to the other side. Here's our bolt. Let's get that one started. That is looking good, guys. They're looking good. All right. We got one more here. And that's the one that goes down there. And that's going to be a problem. Let me see if I can reach down there with my finger and get that. See, I got my finger right here. Let's see if we can get that started. I am close, so what the heck? Go on. There it is. Alright. Got that one on. And we got our other one over here. Got that one on. That's cool. Okay. We got all of them. Then we still got our 4 bolts over here for our throttle body, which ain't that bad. Alright. So let's get our 12mm wrench. Where is that? Okay, we're gonna alternate tightening these up. We're gonna tighten up one over here. Back this up a little bit. We're gonna tighten this one up. Then go to tighten this one up. And then you're going to tighten up the bolt over here, and then the bolt over here. And then we're gonna get to those bottom ones. All right, let's get that done. We'll be right back. All right, the next thing we're gonna do, our 4-inch extension with our deep 12 millimeter 3/8 drive. And what we're gonna do is go down here, just like we did when loosening it. Get our socket in there. There we go, and we're gonna tighten this one up. And then we'll go to the other side and tighten that one up. All right, and the way I did it was get my wrench back here, my ratchet back here. And I'm like, sooner or later, it'll click in. There we go. Tighten that up. Man, these things just don't play, man. This reminds me of Scotty Kilmer. Scotty Kilmer be like, he tightens up, he go, Scotty is funny. Scotty's cool though, man. Okay. Get that off of there. And get that out of there. Okay, then we're gonna go over here to the other side, which is easier. Okay. And we'll get there and tighten that one. Let's see how we do that. There we go. Now remember that you can go a little bit longer than that 4-inch extension. So if you have a 5, that'd be great. Okay, we got that tightened up. The next thing we're gonna do here is in the back. Right back here. See the harness? There we go. See the harness right there? See it right there? So we got our 10 millimeter bolt. We're gonna hook up one on this side and there's one on the other side. Alright, so let's get those put back in there. And this is, you can see I'm using the bolt as a little guide. See how I got that bolt in there? Then we're gonna go up here and just put it in there. And you're gonna be doing this a lot easier because you're gonna be working with 2 hands. Alright? So I got that, then we got the other side. And tighten them up with our 10 millimeter short wrench that's sitting right there. Alright, be right back. Okay, we're good to go. Now, let's get our harness. Get this harness swung around here. And remember, we got this bracket with our grounds. Remember that before? That's right. So we're going to take this 10 millimeter bolt out of here that we had in here from last time. We're going to swing this around like this. Let's get our accelerator cable out of the way. And let's get over here and get this lined up. Put that in there. Alright. And what we're doing here. Yeah, I'm good. Everything's going good.
That's good.
And get our harness over here. And we got this little thing that holds our harness into place right here. And then we can hook up our injector wiring harness. Let's connect that. And we got 2 plugs right here. One going to our throttle positioning sensor, and let's get that plugged up. And then the other one going to our idle air control valve.
You all right, man? You good, man?
Take care.
I ain't get you.
Not yet, it didn't. So I'm gonna try to finish before it do.
I hear you, Pop. I hear you.
All right, we got that. Now we can swing our cable right around that. And you know what? Before we forget, let's just go ahead and tighten this.
All right, but be good now.
You too.
All right.
Tighten this. Yeah. People stop to say hello. See, I'm trying to beat the rain. Can you dig it? Alright, we gotta get that on right there. Let's tighten it up, and then we'll be right back. Alright, that's all looking good right there. You know what? Let's get this out of the way. Let's get our nuts and bolts. We got 2 nuts that go to the bottom, 12 millimeter. Reach over here and get this one by hand. Okay, we got that one on. Then we got our bolts. Let's get them started in there. Just by a couple threads, that's all I'm doing. Just enough so they don't come out of there. This one over here. Okay. And then we got the one way back down in here. Here we go. Alright, so let's get our ratchet all, hook this up. We'll be right back. Alright, let's get this tight. What the heck is this? Like somebody put some kind of epoxy or something to seal the radiator up because it was leaking. You know, I'm just going to make a note of that we see that, so we don't get blamed for nothing here. Alright, so we got our 12-inch 3/8 drive extension, 3/8 drive ratchet, and a 3/8 drive 12 millimeter deep socket. And we're going to go in there and we're going to start tightening these up. Tighten that one, and then that one, and then go up to the other 2. Alright, let's tighten those up. And when you tighten these up, you tighten it up till it stops and just a little bit more and then stop. Alright, be right back. Alright, we got that on. Now let's hook up the accelerator cable. Let me show you how that's hooked up. Okay, open the throttle up all the way. Get our little cable, put it in there, line it up, snap it back into place. Done. Just like that. Take our 10 millimeter bolt out that we put in there when we took it apart. And put our bracket back in there. Okay. Let's tighten it up. Be right back. Okay, we're in the home stretch. Next, let's put our lines up here. Now this has got to be fixed. She has got to fix this antifreeze leak because antifreeze runs through those lines, and that's the way this. That's the way the computer controls the idle on the vehicle. It senses the temperature of the antifreeze flowing through the idle air control valve, and if there's no antifreeze in it, this thing's going to consistently run high idle. So I gotta let her know she gotta fix that. Alright, so let's get let's see here now what we got here. Where's the rest of our harness? Oh, okay, there it is. Alright, so we got our hose. Let's get our hose and hook it up over here. Release our clamp. Now, let's go over here and hook up this. Well, actually, we can go over here and hook up this sensor, this valve over here. And we got our other one. Coming up over here. Let's go with the map sensor. Plug it into there. That's good. Alright. And we got this one, this hose going. One that gave us a hard time before. Push that down. Alright, let's get our needle nose. Now 1, 2, and 3. Okay, let's get those done. Right back. Alright, the next thing we want to do is, let's unplug this. That has to go around that way. That's a really lot of tension pulling on that, man. I ain't liking that at all. I'm gonna get you around this way. Okay. Then, okay, this bolt goes around like that. Let's get our 10mm bolt and bolt it. We still got our ground wire right here that goes right up here to the solenoid. Alright, so we'll get that in a minute. Let's get our 10mm bolt and put this harness, hold this harness up against there. Alright, be right back. Okay, got the bolt in. Let's get our 10mm deep 3/8 drive. Let's bring that in as much as we can by hand. Okay, I'm not going to tighten it up yet. Let's take off our 10mm bolt up here that hooks up for this ground wire. And our ground wire around here, just like that. Put your butt around there. Alright, hook it on like that. Then I'll get my bolt, put it in there. Bring it down. Yeah, I like that. Dude. Like, hey, you do that one hand. Alright, let's tighten up that. Just I'm gonna use my same 3/8 drive, 10mm deep socket. And this one I'll just use the extension on it. I don't have to. Tighten that up. Alright, and then let's tighten up that one and we'll be right back. Alright, we are looking good. Now check this out. Remember this pipe right here and there was a bracket up there? Listen, you want to put that back, you can put it back. But that's a pipe. That pipe ain't moving nowhere. I took that bracket off. Right? You can put it back if you want. Go ahead, be Mr. Bad. All right. Everything is hooked up back here. Everything looking good. All right, let's pop these gaskets off right here. This one and this one. Let's clean that up and get our new gaskets. Right back. All right, we got them cleaned up pretty good. Let's get our new gaskets, set them right in place. Okay, looking good. The next thing we'll do, we're not going to put that thing on yet. What we're going to do is put the breather, the plastic breather that goes in between here. All right, let's get that right back. All right. Get this slid into place, hook it onto the throttle body. Yeah, of course it's not going to be that easy, is it? There we go. And at the same time, hooking it up to the mass airflow. got that in. Hook up our wiring harness over here from before. Like, snaps right into place. You want to make sure that thing's making a nice seal. Bring our clamp upwards so we can tighten that up good. And make sure this one is good and tight up here. Alright. That's looking good. Let's get our regular screwdriver and tighten up those clamps. Be right back. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is get our piece, the front part of the intake on. Okay, got it. We got our 4 12mm nuts up here. Let's get all those on. We still got our cap off, oil cap over here, so we can get to that bolt, get to this nut better. Last one over here. Okay, look at that. Look at that. With our 12mm wrench. And we gotta get our 12mm socket. And we go ahead and tighten these up. We start off with this one down here. As soon as it stops, just a little bit more, and that's it. Matter of fact, get this one right here now, also. Okay, third one over here. Okay, and then the one down here I'm gonna get with my wrench. Alright, I'm going to tighten that up, and then we're going to put our 2 10mm bolts into this air tube. Alright, right back. Alright, got my 10mm bolts in there. Tighten these up. And then, let's see here. Oh yeah, if this is, yeah, it's not dry rotted. Let's get this old piece off right here, and there's still enough up there. Hook that fuel pressure regulator right up. Let's get these tightened up. Let's go to our oil cap. Again, you got to keep in mind, I'm going to put this on the receipt about this radiator that's got to be fixed. Okay. Matter of fact, where's the bolts at to the fan? This thing is just hooked on? What the heck? Wow. Wow. I got to put a bolt in there, because if this thing comes loose now, just my luck, then of course you know how it goes, guys. We do it. It's always the persons who last working with their fault. So I'm going to finish tightening these up, and then we're going to get our cover with our four screws. This goes right in there like this. Okay, and we're going to get our 4 screws and put them in there. Make sure they line up and all. 1, 2. Whoops. Where's number 3 at? It's over here. Okay. I dig it. And number 4. So that means there might have been more. I don't know. And let's tighten them up. Alright, be right back. Alright, let's go in here and hook up our Actron. Get up under this dashboard and plug this thing up, man. Dang it. Got it hooked up. Let's put our key on. On position. And vehicle diagnostics. Previous. Dang it. I deleted it. Oh well. Let's just go. We're just gonna go global on this. And what we're gonna do here, and replace that. Now, last time we had P0410, P0401, one of them was. Let's verify what code was in there, and because she has been driving this car for about a week, so we want to make sure no other codes appeared, because and it's very important. You gotta wait a minute. Here we go. Communicating. Come on. 2, enter. P0401, that's it. Number 2, same thing. All right, so we're gonna go back, go down to diagnostic codes, erase the codes. Are we sure? Yes, we are. Blah blah blah. Turn it on. Is everything okay? And it's done. Now you definitely, this is one thing, people, guys, girls, you're doing somebody's car, you gotta understand that, and you gotta have the customer understand that the check engine light can come on for numerous of reasons, hundreds of reasons. So you gotta let them know what that code that you just got, the one that you just fixed, let them know the one that you fixed, and so if it comes back, okay, you'll take care of it. But another code can come up, and it has nothing to do with you doing, because a lot of people will say, listen, you've just fixed the check engine light, now my light is on. I had that so many times. Even though I explained it to them, they still say that.